Okay, we are live. So good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Rob's Networkers Sunday evening hangout. And as you can see from our little sign here, robsnetworkers.com presents the Massive Marketing Success System. So that's our theme now for Sunday. So my name is Rob Gearing. I'm the admin and the owner of Trafficleads2incomeVM and Rob's Networkers. And I'm joined here. We're live. So good evening. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Rob's Networkers. Oh, Sunday. Let me turn one thing off here. So, hang out. I think I'm getting some interference. Our little sign here. Networkers.com presents Matt. Yep. Okay. All right. Now we're back. I had something that was I was simultaneously broadcasting here, so this should hopefully help. I seem to have a little bit of a lag. But again, good evening. I'm your host, Rob Gearing, admin owner of Trafficleads2incomeVM, Rob's Networkers, and a Club Shop Silver Manager. So it's a pleasure to be here. I'm joined by Carlos. So from right to left, my panel's Carlos and Rebecca, and they're going to be speaking to you momentarily. Our theme for this evening is the Massive Marketing System. We're going to go into desktop sharing. I'm going to show you some things on the blog that we put out. Trafficleads2income.com/blog is our blog we update most weeks, and the Massive Marketing System is sort of on there. It's part of the overall blog presentation that we do, and that's our plan for folks to earn $5,000 a month from the comfort of their home. It's not a get rich quick. It's not earn $5,000 per month in 30 days. It's something that you build over time. But in the Massive Marketing System plan, we outline in detail how it all goes down, what components are put together that makes all that happen. And that's something that we will touch on a little bit tonight as well, along with in Traffic Leads to Income VM. When you're making lead capture pages, you're making splash pages, but primarily lead capture pages for something like the Massive Marketing System. How to switch up your form code a little bit, how to do a little bit of editing where you can use a couple of different form codes, maybe for a couple of different applications that you're doing with your lead capture pages. So we'll talk about that as well, and then we'll hear some comments from our panel. So if you are watching us live, I would appreciate if you could tell us by using the Q&A feature. Just click it in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. That's in Google. If you are watching us on YouTube, there's actually a banner that says Join the Conversation. Click that. It'll jump you over to Google. And again, it's the Q&A in the upper right-hand corner. So who's with us tonight? Let us know. And we'd like to definitely hear your comments and your questions. So let's take a look at the blog. I'm going to go to desktop sharing now. Screen share it, as we call it. Share the entire screen. Share. Okay, so let me go over to my browser. And let's take a look at well, I can't show you the blog now because that was causing me some problems, but maybe I can bring that back up again and still do it. So we have a great promo code. So at the end of the meeting, I have the promo code for you over in the admin panel for 7,415 credits, but you gotta wait till the end to get your bonus. Let's go to the blog, shall we? Trafficleads2income.com/blog. If you're not a member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, ask the person who let you know about our meeting tonight for their link, or go to trafficleads2incomeVM.com. If you're not a member of Club Shop, which is part of our Massive Marketing System, that's the real big income. That's the income driver, a big piece of it when it comes to the $5,000 a month earnings plan that's in our downline builder at Traffic Leads to Income VM. You can check out Club Shop in our downline builder, and really there's something for everybody. So maybe you don't want to be a mall owner, maybe you're not interested in that type of massive income. You can just join as a shopper and get cash rebates on online purchases that you make at places like Staples, at places like Best Buy, at places like PetSmart or Petco, etc. Different great online storefronts like that. So here's our blog, and it's not showing the video, so that's good. Okay, so and right there on our latest article, we give you the link to get into the massive marketing system. We tell you how to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We tell you how to subscribe to the Google channel to be able to take part in these events that we do. We'd like to wish everybody a happy July 4th weekend for sure. And you know, I actually put in our Club Shop team blog on here as well, so you can see all the various and sundry promotions and movement that's happening in the team. It's growing to be a very large team, and I'm proud to announce that myself and Janet Legier were promoted to Silver Manager, working towards Gold. And then after that, there's the director levels that we're going to be focusing on. And we have Carlos and Rebecca here tonight that are team players, promoted to the team player level, moving soon to the team leader level. We have someone at the team captain level. We have you know, people that hopefully will be moving into bronze manager levels too. So it's a progression, but it's part of this income plan that we feel really great about because we see people earning more and more every month. The other part of the blog that we talk about is our topic. So step 4, Traffic Leads to Income VM, how to use multiple form codes, multiple forms. So we're going to actually, in my second piece, I'm going to talk about that, do a little screen share demonstration. So I'll be coming out of screen share when I'm finished here. But the bottom line is, in step 4 of Traffic Leads to Income VM, we know that there's a form code box that works right into your lead capture page that you build. So what if you're an upgraded member, you get 10. If you're a lifetime member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, you get unlimited. So what if I'll use, for example, the GVO autoresponder, and that's the code that I'm using in my code box. Every page that I create, every lead capture page, there's a hashtag, which I'll show you in a little bit. It puts that code right onto the lead capture page. But what if I just have, you know, this 7th page that I've made? I don't want to disturb the general process of the form code, you know, coming on that I have defined in the little box. But I also use Traffic Wave, and I have a nice campaign there. So I just want to slap some form code on there. What do? Well, you don't want to mess with the box. You have to manually edit that particular page. So I'm going to show you how to do that. That could be something that comes in hand and is useful. I kind of learned it the hard way through trial and error. So maybe I can educate a few folks and save them some frustration in that particular type of application that could come up at some point for them. So you'll see a demonstration shortly. Not really much of an update on the in-house autoresponder, except that it's getting closer. It's a pretty big build, and it's going to eliminate the need for people really to have to worry immediately about having a third-party autoresponder or using a splash page. We're going to give them a mini autoresponder. So coming soon. If you put a comment on the blog, that's worth 500 credits. You just have to give me your username and ask for your 500 credits. So certainly go to trafficleads2income.com/blog and give a comment. Tell us how you like the proceedings. And if you're listening, I'd like to know. Go to Q&A and put up a comment so we know that you're in the audience. Okay. So I guess my panel may be thinking, what is he actually going to ask us to talk about tonight? Well, here's what I'm going to say. Maybe let's talk about, we've mentioned about form code and using that. Maybe just in general lead capture pages. What do you guys, Rebecca and Carlos, think about lead capture pages? What's your take on it? Do you find them to be useful? Do you ever have that situation where you have multiple form code? Different, because every campaign would have its own independent form code. It's not necessarily even about having two different autoresponders. So maybe I'll come back to you, get your take on that thought about the whole form code mystery of building lead capture pages. And then when I come back to my piece, I'll do my demonstrations. Let me come back to the come back to the Hangout here. If I can find my way back in, and I'm going to take off the screen sharing, and my camera should turn back on again. And I'm going to mute my microphone and turn it over now to Rebecca.
Okay, hi Rob, and thank you. Okay, keeping in that topic, which is basically an article I just wrote and put on my one page yesterday, is there is a need for a lead capture page, there's a need for splash pages, and then there are times there is need to use just your direct referral URL. So all of these are necessary to build any business. It depends on the kind of traffic and the kind of people you're trying to target at that time. So using the autoresponder, yes. I mean, it's huge. I can't wait for you to get yours in. That'll be kind of fun to play with over there. Do I use various campaigns? Yes, I use them every day. I might be, well, one, because I use several programs, and sometimes I bring them together. So therefore, you want one response there. You need another campaign for this page because you're going in that direction. Say for my mailer, or not even the mailer, we'll use the other program. We have a couple different there just because we have two different types of people coming in. Some coming in just for the literature and some to actually join the program. So therefore you have a response for each type of customer. So I think that's what's really important, is attending to the type of person that you're bringing into the program as to which aspect of the program you're bringing in. Not just joining a viral mailer to be a part of the mailer. Sometimes you're just promoting the literature. So therefore you need different codes.
Okay, very good. Sounds like you use it a lot. You're very active autoresponder user, is Rebecca. So how about you, Carlos? What's your thoughts?
Hi everyone. Yeah, definitely. I mean, autoresponder. I mean, it's a must in any business. And as far as the form codes, yeah, you can set up different form codes for depending on the type of list you're building, and based on the offer too. So, I mean, it's something that's depending on the autoresponder you're using. I mean, I mostly use GVO and Aweber, and I mean, they're both fairly easy to set up. They take you step by step how to set up the form codes for your lead capture pages. So it's definitely, I mean, depending on how you're taking your, where you want to take your lead to. So it definitely, I mean, autoresponder is definitely right up there. I mean, it's an essential tool for any business.
All right, that's good stuff, Carlos. So we have in the Trafficleads2incomeVM downline builder, you have several autoresponders to pick from. We have Host and Profit, which is the GVO product, which then people graduate into pure leverage. I recommend people start with Host and Profit and then take the pure leverage upgrade, I call it, because you literally can move up into it from within your Host and Profit back office. Is the preferred way to do it. Don't do two separate memberships, because if you do it the way I just mentioned, you have you have two accounts that talk to each other, and they're linked and they're joined, and they have the same username, which is very important. And then Traffic Wave is mentioned in the downline builder, I believe. And we have the one is escaping me, but it's the Elite Networker. No, that's not right. That's not the right one. I'll have to, when I get over into step 4, it's mentioned there. I think I'm getting my my programs jumbled up. But I know 3 options, plus the 4th one will be the big one, coming in and just staying with Trafficleads2incomeVM and seeing if that meets a lot of people's needs. If not, there is the third-party option, but we want to provide at least a our interpretation of a good in-house autoresponder. We're not trying to compete with the big boys. We're just trying to offer something that can get people at least moving in the right direction. And I'm getting kind of knowledgeable about Aweber as well because I have people that come to me for setups. Generally, if somebody's upgraded with me or they're a paid member in one of my downlines, certainly they get that as a bonus or a service. If they get stuck, I'll go in and I'll look at it. So I did an Aweber setup for somebody real quick and easy. So Aweber, Trafficwave, and obviously GVO. I have a lot of experience with those, and all autoresponders generally work pretty similarly. There's Get Responses out there. There is, I think it's called ListWire. I think that's a free one. Not necessarily my first and foremost recommendation. I'm always leery of things that are free. And there's probably a couple others that I'm failing to mention. So definitely, as these guys said, and I wholeheartedly agree. If we talk about the gold is in your list, it's certainly a good thing to have and foster and use as a key marketing tool. So at this point, I'm going to go back into screen share. I'm disappointed though. Nobody's checked in. I've got viewers because I can see them, but Rebecca, find out in Skype what's going on. Nobody's able to find the button, or we just want to know who are these mystery viewers that are out there tonight. Can they say hi and they can report in how they think things are going so far? Would they like to see us go a different direction? Is it boring as all get out? Would they like some excitement? Any questions? Any particular comments? It's really what makes this thing really fun. So let's go to screen share while they're gathering all their commentary and you're rallying the troops there over the Skype group. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, entire screen, and hit share, and let's see what else we're going to show you tonight. Okay, so now I'll go back over to my browser, and this time we're going to look at Trafficleads2incomeVM. I'm going to log in. Okay, so I'm greeted with my opening screen, and there I am. Let's see if I'm playing live here. Hopefully not. It looks like I kind of am. That could cause me some problems. I'm going to go right down to step 4, which is what we're talking about tonight. Step 4 of Trafficleads2incomeVM, which is part of the massive marketing system. The only difference between the massive marketing system and the 7 steps to success in Trafficleads2incomeVM is we make a specific income recommendation. You can bring all kinds of network marketing programs to Trafficleads2incomeVM and do really well with them because Trafficleads2incomeVM is universal. It is a list building, lead capture, lead generation system that creates a funneling effect. So the funnel comes into play when you define your primary business in your profile, and then as you bring people in and bring them through the training, they join your primary business. They take recommendations that are made within the training that tie into the downline builder. So it'll build any network marketing business. Massive marketing system says, hey, we found a good one called Club Shop Rewards. It's in the downline builder. Let's work as a team together and get as many people up to the $5,000 a month level as possible by building a strong organization and being a leader. It's a little contrary to a lot of internet marketers who don't want that. I don't want to have to talk to people. I don't want to have to support people. I don't want to have to answer questions. Well, different strokes for different folks. But anyway, I love it, and I'm looking for leaders and people who love it too. And just come on, because anybody who wants to do it can do it. It may take you a couple years, but if you failed for 2 years, what's 2 years to make it all happen and your dreams come true? It's just time, and persistence, and perseverance and patience. So anyway, lead capture pages. Step 4. Scroll down. As you can see, this is that autoresponder box that I talked about. So when that's basically your default area. That's your initial form code that you put in. You can change that anytime you like. And when you build a lead capture page by creating new lead capture page and then bringing it up from the drop-down menu, like I'm going to do right now. So let me go with this one. This is an older one that I built. I called it Instant Income. So I'm looking at it now in the WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. This was one I did for Traffic Leads to Leverage. So there's the page. That's the structure. Build your list, make 100% commissions. That's what we get in pure leverage, which is what I mentioned earlier as part of the GVO brand. Fill in the form below to get started. So you see where it says hashtag autoresponder code hashtag? Well, that's what this refers to up here. So it's going to literally, in every page, because every page gets coded with that hashtag, it's going to place that form code. So when I go and I pull up that lead capture page and look at it live, but wait a minute, it says, yes, I want to know more about Club Shop. Wait a minute, this is talking about traffic leads to leverage. So that's where we run into trouble, because we may have different campaigns. Each campaign that has its associated emails and such speaks with another lead capture page. So you sometimes have to be careful. You make a change to that form code box, it's affecting every page that you do, honestly. So everybody needs to understand that. So how do I work around that? How I work around that is like this. I'm going to click on source code. So let's just say, for example, I'm going to grab some form code here. It could be any form code for any autoresponder in the entire world. We support everything. One of the most universal resources that you maybe never heard of, for Trafficleads2incomeVM. We should have 1 million members by now. That's what we have to offer here, right? But 20,000 isn't bad. We are going to. I have some form code that I want to change. I want to use different form code. So I'm going to hit source. Now this is that scary HTML situation, but if you really look at it, you can make heads or tails of it. Honestly, forget all the jive here, and just take a look at where it says autoresponder hashtag. All I've essentially got to do is take that out. I'm editing the page right now. I'm going to paste in manually my form code. Okay. I'm going to come down and hit save. Save lead capture page. And now let's take a look. I'm going to click on your LCP URL. Now in this example, I kind of used the same code that was already in the box, but it worked. And so instead of that hashtag, when I go back to the editor and I look at the, it says full name, please enter your email. So the hashtag now is gone on the, what they call, this is a good 101 on using the WYSIWYG editor. So where it says source, that's your HTML code. This is your what you see is what you get easy editor. Now the tricky part is I'm good forever and ever on that, because that's not calling it a hashtag anymore that relates to the form code box. But if I were to go in and make a change to this page, instead of commissions, I'm going to make it commission, and I'm going to come down and I'm going to type, or I'm going to save that again. I would have just fudged everything up, because you're going to see how fudged it gets in a minute. So I'm coming down and I'm going to click, open up that URL. It's gone, all gone. So all I want to do is caution you: if you're doing this procedure and you're making any changes, you have to make sure that you put that autoresponder code back in along with the edit. So if you're changing the word commissions to commission, you've got to go into source code. You may want to make the change in source code, or if you make it in the regular editor, you got to go into the source code and re-input that form code again. That's my biggest point of this whole training. But just knowing, if you know that, you'll be fine. And I actually rewrote the instructions, I believe, or maybe I didn't. I think that's something that, because I made some edits to this page last night. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I think I did, though. So it's part of, we want everybody to be clear, about that, so they don't end up going out and advertising a page that's not going to work. It doesn't have the correct form code on it. So just proceed with caution on that application. The other thing I'm dying to show you while I'm here, we have a full functioning thank you page. It works with all your things you fill in the profile. It's really cool. It's a takeable page, so you can put it anywhere. You can go to your autoresponder and ask for a thank you or confirm. The various landing pages. It's a carry as you go page that you can use as a thank you page. Thank you for subscribing. So why use the company page that doesn't really lead anywhere when you can have a page that gives you you can edit it. You can have it do different things. We use it a lot to get people to, they fill in the form and they join my list, then they're invited to now join Traffic Leads to Income VM without having to wait for the email to come with the link. So it's a quicker way. We find a lot of people, you see the instant subscription and the instant you have a new referral. So use these pages wisely, and they double opt-in. There's a confirm, which is a thank you, or there's a thank you page, thanks for subscribing, and then when they confirm, there's a confirmation page. So you literally have you can do 2 different URLs in that type of setup. If it's a single opt-in where there's no confirmation, where whatever email address they put in, they get added to your list, then you have one URL. So that would be your choice what you use for that. But certainly our thank you page that we provide was given to you to be used, not only in internal application but in third-party application. And when it's going to tie in when our autoresponder internal system is set, it's going to play a little nicer into the whole mix. So I want you to be aware of that. Just be careful when you go in and edit your you have to save your thank you page before it works. So if you've never used it, don't go out there and start advertising until you simply go in, look at it, maybe you want to make some tweaks to it, hit save thank you page, now it's live. And just always test stuff, always go in and test, these links. So before I advertise anything, I'm going to test it. If I'm going in and I'm looking at my instant income page, I want to know, that works. If I was working on a thank you page, or I'm going to grab it and put it somewhere, I'm going to click it, I'm going to make sure that it works. We give you the links, we just ask you to test them, and in the case of that thank you page, you just have to save it for it to become active. So that's a little bit about form code, editing, modification, running with multiple form codes. Any questions from the audience about that? Rebecca and Carlos, I'm going to come back to you and see what your thoughts are as we come into the second half hour of this Hangout tonight. So this time I'm going to ask Carlos to start. Thoughts about that? And guys, we still have no comments. Nobody's even told us that they're watching us. Okay, maybe there's an issue with the Q&A tonight. I don't know. But Carlos, what's your thoughts on what we just talked about?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it doesn't take much to figure out how to change the form code. It just takes practice. In worst case, you copy it to the easiest way to do it is copy the original form code to a notepad. Then you can play with it, plug it back into the browser and into the Traffic Leads to Income, and then save it, and then that way you have the original code, so if you need to revert back, you can just copy and paste it back again. That would be the easiest way for somebody new who's not familiar with how to make the changes or so they can see what it looks like, So it's definitely, I mean, learning the code isn't too difficult. I mean, for me, I have a computer background, so I'm familiar with it somewhat, but so that would be my suggestion too,
Okay. Very good, Carlos. Thank you for that. And yeah, that's a whole other session we could do, to go into an autoresponder and how to find that form code. It's different with each one of them. We actually have some tutorials. If you just read the training and follow along, you'll run into Carlos. You may want to mute your microphone there. You'll run into actual tutorials. I know we have some videos, I believe, for GVO that literally tell you, how to find your form code, where it's at, show you, how to copy it, where to paste it, and et cetera, et cetera. So, just really follow your training carefully, because there's a lot of information, a lot of details that will help you with various setups. And if you have any trouble, certainly ask us in our Skype group, or send in a support ticket, which is in your back office under the FAQ area. Ask admin. Okay, Rebecca, what's the Skype group saying? Are they having trouble letting us know that they're here tonight, or what's happening with that? And then you can talk about your thoughts on that.
Okay. First, I want to let you know One, can you pull up group chat on your site? Because I put all the comments under group chat. Okay, Hyacinth King is here, says hi. She can't hear on the Google, so she moved to YouTube. Can't figure out where to put in the comment. Leslie and my car are here. They say hi. Again, they have to leave Google and go over to YouTube.
Okay.
George Jenkins is here. And again, same the problem.
Yeah.
And Georgia has a question here. Hold on. Her question is that she's been in Pure Leverage for some time without receiving anything in return. Does she have to stay in to continue with multiple websites and autoresponders?
You cut off on a little bit of that. Say that one more time, Rebecca.
Okay, Georgia wants to know, she's been in Pure Leverage for quite a while without profiting. Okay, so if she gets rid of Pure Leverage, does she have to continue with Pure Leverage in order to continue using it for multiple websites and autoresponders?
Well, yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't have all the details there, but if you are like we recommended in Pure Leverage, you probably started with Host and Profit, which still gives you, you still have the autoresponder. You just don't have as many subscribers. You can have as many as 500 in Host and Profit. When you move over to Pure Leverage, you're given 10,000. So really shouldn't change anything. And I don't recommend, Georgia, that you get rid of an autoresponder altogether. If you downgrade or take the Pure Leverage option away, you still have something to work with Host and Profit. So I hope I answered that one correctly. And I see Ricardo is here, so thank you, Ricardo, for checking in. Anything you've got, Ricardo? Any questions, comments? Anything that you'd like me to add to the proceedings? I see you did have a second comment. Let me speak to that one. You can also use the opt-in form code on your blog. That's right. So Ricardo makes a good point. When you create a form, a form code is basically the code that comprises a form. So this form code can travel anywhere. It can travel to your lead capture page, another web page, your blog, and probably some other stuff too that allows you to, paste in code. So there could be some other applications too. So very good thought. And blogging is really important. That's one of the things I like about Pure Leverage is they give the authority blog. So for those that don't want to host a blog themselves, though I love the idea of having a my own domain-based blog. For example, robgearing.com, robsnetworkers.com. But a lot of people don't really want to quite do that. They just are okay with somebody else hosting their blog, and Pure Leverage gives that option. They call it an authority blog. So this package, the WordPress is already installed for you. Versus if you do it the other way, the domain-based, hosted blog, you have to install your WordPress and do some setup and configuration. So ultimately, though, I don't want to dismiss the importance of having your own space. Fill in your name.com. Your name.com really should be. I should be able to. Anybody that I'm working with should have their name.com. Because how easy is that? You can put really what you want people to do on there. So in a jam and you don't have a business card, just go to robgearing.com, and there it is. My name, you can find me then out there on the World Wide Web. So, all right, very good. Thanks for the comments and the questions, and let me know if there's anything else, Rebecca, that you paste over into that chat module. Did you have anything you wanted to say about the whole form code process?
I just wanted to add one thing. I mean, you and Carlos covered a great deal of it, but because you tied that thank you page in there so nicely, no matter what you use, whether you're using a splash page or a lead capture page, whether you choose to put your picture on there to brand yourself or not, be sure and put your picture on that thank you page. Okay, some people, they want the very plain splash pages and all, and that's great. But when you say thank you, make sure they know who is saying thank you.
Yeah, it's a really good point. How about a video? I got to do, I'm getting better with video. I'm real comfortable with the medium now. I never used to be able to look at myself. I'm like staring at myself right now, and I'm really proud of that because I never was able to do that, actually. I was freaked out. I did the conference rooms for a long time, but I stayed away from the camera. So now I'm really good there, comfortable. Look, I'm even making signs. RobNetworkers.com presents the Massive Marketing Success System, right? That's how cool is that? But done by my daughter. But I said, I told her maybe next week we can spice this up a little bit, So we're just starting basic. We don't want to get everybody too excited. But so how about a video? They fill in the form, and that you could embed on that thank you page. You can embed. I love YouTube because I love Hangouts because everything I do goes right to YouTube. I have the embed code. I could put that right on that thank you page. Thank you for subscribing, right? How nice is that? That's even better than a picture, I would say. The other secret tip that I'm going to give you, that massive marketing success blog that we talk about, it's over at, it's in our article today, trafficleads2income.com/blog. You can find all about the massive marketing system over there and the tie-in and the marriage of Club Shop and Club Shop Rewards and Traffic Leads to Income VM and our 7 steps to success all coming together on a $5,000 a month earnings plan. I did a video over there. No, I got cut off there. You guys can take the Massive Marketing blog, and we talked about having either your own domain-based hosted blog or a pure leverage type authority blog. And you can literally take it, customize it, and use that as a landing page, so that you can basically put in your own links, put in your own particular details, and use an instructional blog like that step by step that's customized to you as one of your landing pages. So they fill in the form, and whatever combination that you want to do, they could fill in that form and go right to your, they could go right to Carlos's massive marketing system. Everything I do is not copyrighted. I'm teaching and training for others to implement and duplicate. Or they could fill out the form code. They could be taken to, for example, Club Shop to get that sign up done first, and then when they confirm, they could go to Traffic Leads to Income VM, or they could be taken to Traffic Leads to Income VM as the thank you page, and when they confirm, they could be taken to your, Rebecca's, whoever's, massive marketing success blog. So many combinations, and your thank you page can literally do all that combined because you can customize it. So they fill in the form, and the thank you says thank you, and this is the next. This is do this, do this, do this in this order of priority, and then you decide what you do if you're running a double opt-in on the confirmation side. So, and I don't want to confuse folks and throw a lot of different jargon out there, but again, you have a double opt-in is when the person has to confirm their email address, which is preferred because you get a cleaner list. Generally, with a single opt-in, you have a larger list but a lot of bad email addies. So that's why the double opt-ins gives you a much cleaner list. And looks like Mike commented here. Finally figured out how to make a comment there, Mike. So Mike is one of our new massive marketing success stories. Him and his wife Leslie did a nice session with them the other day, and they're in our on our Club Shop Rewards team, doing great, and all the way to executive director and beyond, right? Good stuff. So thank you, Mike and Leslie, for being on. Thanks everybody for being on. We're going to take some final comments from the panel. I'll have the last word. So I'm going to turn it over to Carlos, then Rebecca, then see if anybody has any other comments or questions. I'll give you the last thought process, and then we'll wrap this puppy up for tonight.
All right. Yeah, good stuff, Rob. Yeah, I mean, just use the tools. I mean, as far as the capture pages, I mean, like, and the thank you pages, like Rob said, you can take your prospects to wherever you feel you want to take them to, and go from there. I mean, definitely Rob had some good suggestions there as far as take the process to take them through after they opt in. So definitely good information. All right, back to you, Rob.
Rebecca, what do you got? Anything final words here as we wrap it up?
Basically, great job, everybody. Just one more thing I wanted to add. When it comes to making your lead capture page, your splash pages, remember to put a little bit of you in there, a little creativity. Make it just a little bit different from everybody else's, and you'll do fine.
Very good thought. So that'll be our final word. Personalization, customization. Follow our system, our massive marketing success system, story, whatever you want to call it, but it works. Thanks for joining us. There will be another Hangout on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. It'll be mostly about Club Shop, and it's going to be some training for our partners and trial partners. For those interested in Club Shop, check out the Downline Builder and Trafficleads2income VM. It's right there. So take a look. Take a 30-day free trial, free partner trial. See what you think, and you may be very pleasantly surprised. So thank you very much. Final comment from Ricardo. Video opt-in forms are huge with very high click-through rates. People will watch a video before they do anything else. So very good. Maybe we'll talk about video next week. We'll see what we come up with for our next topic. But Sundays are always about the massive marketing system, the combination of Trafficleads2incomeVM and Club Shop rewards, and Thursdays are all about Club Shop rewards. So join us on our Hangouts.
Hey, Rob.
Have a great marketing week, and thank you for watching. And until next time.
Hey, Rob.
Have a safe rest of your weekend. Yes, Carlos.
Don't forget the promo code.
Oh yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Yeah, the promo code. Goodness, that would have been really bad. So the promo code is. I thought I had it memorized, but I don't. I want to make sure I give it correctly. So the promo code is 7415 promo. 7415 promo, and that's for 7,415 credits in Trafficleads2incomeVM. Thank you, Carlos, for the reminder. Thank you, Rebecca. And we're going to end this broadcast. So take care, and thanks again. Good night.